It's all very exciting. A chance to get dressed up and go and see all those familiar faces from the past. I'll get my hair and my nails done first, of course. Maybe even a facial. Make sure everything is waxed and tanned. Gotta look my best. I don't like to brag, but I'm lucky. The years have been very kind to me. I can't wait to see if I can say the same about all my friends.
When I got the invitation, I was tempted to put it straight in the bin, but Tanya said I should think about it at least. So I put it on the mantelpiece behind the clock. My days at Fairfax Comprehensive were hardly the best days of my life. I don't like to think about those times. I'm not the same person I was back then. I'm not sure Tanya understands that. Not completely.
I'm not going. I'm not. There's no point. No one would remember me, so I'm not going. Even if I did, no doubt Janet Bell and her gang would be there, picking fault with my hair and my clothes, just like the old days. So I'm not going. I wonder if Darren will be there. I haven't seen him for years. I'd like to know how he's doing. But I'm not going.
Oh yeah, I'm totally up for it. Oh, it'll be great to catch up with all the guys again. Johnny, Biffo, Mozzie, Baz and all the crew. Oh, I'm definitely up for a few beers with that lot. Lads on the lash. Can't wait to check out some of the talent too. I'm hoping that Janet Bell's going to turn up. She was well fit. And she was well into me too. So yeah, I can't wait.
I'm going to make a list. Things I need to do. Then I'm going shopping. They are not going to know what hit them.
Tanya says I should get my suit dry cleaned, just in case. Then I can decide later.
I haven't even got anything to wear. I suppose I could wear that dress I got for Christmas. But I'm definitely not going.
Can't wait. It'll be great to see everyone again. Just like the good old days.
The taxi will be here any minute. You know, it's strange, but I'm actually a bit nervous. I never thought I would be. I mean, I basically ruled that school. I suppose I have my reputation to protect. You know, I still look good. But my life hasn't been a bed of roses since I left school. I just hope nobody asks me about Brian.
Well, Tanya finally convinced me to go. So here I am, dressed like a lamb to the slaughter. Will they even recognise me? I'm not poor little Davy Bennett from the Westfield estate anymore. The scruffy kid with odd shoes. I have my own business. A lovely detached house in the lakeside area of town. And Tanya, she saved me. And I'll be proud to have her on my arm tonight.
So as you can see, I've decided to go. I wasn't going to, but then I decided to bite the bullet and be brave. I'm not going to let anyone push me about. Not anymore. And if Janet bloody Bell decides to say anything to me, then I'll punch her in the face, like I should have done years ago. I still haven't heard anything from Darren. I tried looking for him on Facebook, but no joy. I hope he'll be there.
Right then, I'm good to go. Got my Lynx Africa on, flask of JD in my pocket to help things along. Looking good, Craig, looking good. That Janet Bell's not going to be able to resist you. I've not heard anything from the lads, so I'm not sure if they're going to be there. Ah well, I'll still have a good night. I wonder if that Lucy Greenwood will be there. She was nice. Clever too. Bit out of my league, but I'd like to see her again.
That's the taxi. Showtime.
I'll be right down, love. Okay, here goes.
I'm having second thoughts. Maybe I shouldn't go.
Ah well, it's going to be a good night. I can feel it.
Just don't understand. It wasn't meant to be like this. Everyone was supposed to look at me with admiration, with respect, to envy me and to fancy me. Not to ignore me or huddle in corners, whispering and pointing. It's not my fault Brian ran off with his secretary and took all the company money. How dare they all look down on me? I'm Janet Bloody Bell, and I rolled out of school. They have no idea of their petty, boring little lives. I pity them.
I had a good night in the end. Once I'd started to relax. People were actually really friendly. They were interested in my work and they were really nice to Tanya. A few people even recognised me from back in the day. A couple of people made an arse of themselves. That Janet Bell hasn't changed a bit. But overall, it was good. Just wish I could have go back in time and tell my 11-year-old self, don't worry, it'll be all right. It'll be fine. I really could have done with hearing that back then.
So I went, and it wasn't all bad. People were a lot more friendly than I remembered. Except Janet Bell, who looked ridiculous all tarted up. Bit pathetic, but she doesn't scare me anymore. Darren wasn't there. It turns out he had a car accident in 1998. Dead before 30. I had no idea. Such a kind person. Life can be so unfair.
Would you believe I'm pretty much sober? None of the lads turned up in the end. I was just hanging around by myself most of the night. I spotted Janet Bell, but I decided to give her a swerve. I was just about to leave when I spotted Lucy Greenwood. Man, she looked good. Too good for me. I turned away. And I felt a tap on my shoulder. Lucy was there, smiling. We ended up chatting for ages.
They say you should never go back. They're just jealous. Jealous that I've outgrown them all. I don't need them.
I hope they have another reunion. Maybe in a couple of years. It was nice to catch up and it was good to see how far I'd come.
So I've decided. I'm not going to hide away anymore. I'm going to be brave. Like Darren would want me to be.
Lucy gave me her phone number. I'm meeting her on Wednesday for coffee. I've never met a woman for coffee before.
Remember the days of the old schoolyard? We used to laugh a lot.
Oh, don't you remember the days of the old schoolyard when we had imaginings?
And we had all kinds of things. And we laughed and needed love.
Yes, I do. Oh, and I remember you. Remember the days of the old schoolyard.